Good morning. It's Diane Murphy here with Century 21 Woodland here in Eureka Springs. Thank you again so much for joining me and getting our local market update. February was another really busy real estate month here. Turned out it was even busier than January. So in February, $11 million worth of real estate closed in our local Carroll County market. That is twice as much as last February, which had $5.5 million, and significantly higher even than January, which had $8.5 million worth of transactions. There was 45 transactions that happened in February this year, as opposed to 40 transactions in February of last year. So clearly the difference is not the volume of real estate that's selling, but the prices of the real estate that's selling. So volume and pricing sales are up across the board, whether it is residential real estate, commercial real estate, or land. In every category, it's up, and again, it's primarily up due to pricing and due to more high-end properties selling. So more high-end homes have sold, and more high-end pieces of land have sold. Large tracts and high-dollar tracts of land have also sold. It is great information, again, if you're a seller, but much more challenging if you're a buyer. So our current inventory continues to be really low. In Eureka Springs, the entire Eureka Springs area, in town, out in the country, out at the lake, there's only 28 residential listings on the market. 6 of those properties are out at the lake, but of those 6 properties, 4 of them are priced over $2 million. So there's only a couple of listings that are even an option for most people. And when something comes on the market, it goes under contract quickly. And so we're just not seeing it in our inventory count. It just doesn't stay on the market. 12 properties are on the market in the city of Eureka Springs. Those are ranging in price from $215,000 to $1.2 million. Again, if you're a home buyer, it doesn't leave you a lot to pick from. That's a really big price range. And as you can imagine, there's not a lot of homes that fit in any one price range category. So you're just having to keep an eye out, look quickly, act quickly, make decisions quickly. That's just continuing to be the story here. Out in the country, there's 10 properties on the market. They're ranging in price from $140,000 to $650,000. Again, those prices being influenced by the size and the condition of the home, but also by the amount of acreage connected with that. Holiday Island, very short on inventory as well. The multi-list shows 16 homes currently on the market. However, 9 of those aren't built yet, so there's actually only 7 existing homes that are available. Those are ranging in price from $209,000 to $420,000, with the average price per square foot, $126, is a very high average price per square foot for Holiday Island. But I don't see that going down anytime soon, at least not as an average. And we've just never been in a situation where there's nothing in Eureka and nothing at Holiday Island priced under $200,000. That's never happened before, but that is absolutely the situation right now. So if you're a buyer, keep watching and reach out quickly. So we anticipate March to be just as strong. There is a lot of properties pending, and I expect a lot of those to close in March, and I think we'll see the same strong situation. So, the biggest influence in how things continue through the rest of the year is, of course, going to be new properties coming on the market and how all that plays out. How many people are ready to sell? We've got plenty of people ready to buy, but how many people are ready to sell? And then how many buyers can then afford what's on the market and all of that. So one of the things I really wanted to visit with you about today is preparing your home to put on the market. So spring is traditionally listing season, and if you have been contemplating putting your home on the market, even though the market's strong, you obviously still want to position yourself to get the most you can for your home. That's part of the point of it. So the primary factors that influence the price of any home are location, size, improvements and updates, and condition. So most of those things you either don't have any influence over, or you certainly don't want to at the moment if you're getting ready to sell. You don't want to do major updates or do an addition and add to the size of your house. Those are not the things that you're contemplating if you are considering selling. But what you do have the ability to affect is the condition of the home, and it is really worthwhile paying attention to that and really kind of stepping back and taking a little bit more dispassionate view of your home and seeing what might need to be done in order to get you the best price. So condition is going to include everything from repairs and maintenance to cleanliness and decor. And that implies, you know, indoors as well as outdoors. People are paying attention, of course, to all of that. So our first advice always to sellers is, once you're making the decision to sell your house, I think it really matters to sort of do a mental reset and sort of shift a little in your mind from, this is my home, this is the place I love to be, this is the place where my family gathers, this is the place where I've created all these happy memories. Once you know that you're selling, or you're thinking that you're selling, it's going to be valuable to just sort of know all those things have been true, but what's true now is this home is a primary financial asset for you, and you really want to maximize that. So it's going to be to your advantage to focus on it from that perspective and start relinquishing the way that you have seen your home as your favorite place and your gathering space. And obviously the reason that you want to do that is because you want to provide as much value as you can to the buyer, because that's going to come back to you as a financial return. So things that will matter in that category. Look at small repairs that might need to be done. Is there paint that needs to be touched up, or holes that need to be patched, or power washing that needs to be done, or closet doors that need to be rehung? Any of those sort of small maintenance projects are worth doing. So number one, a buyer doesn't want to inherit those projects either. And number two, when those things are taken care of, it shows the buyer that you care about your home. And when it's evident that you care about it, it's going to make them care about it more as well. And in the end, of course, that's going to translate to dollars and value. So look at those things and see what might need to be done. The other thing that matters is minimizing the items in our home. So you want to minimize the decor, you want to minimize the furnishings potentially, you want to minimize things like appliances on a countertop. So think of it from the perspective of a buyer is purchasing space from you, and you want to convey to them the value of the space that you have. A surface that has things on it does not feel like space in the same way as a surface that is emptier. And you can sort of practice with that or envision that for yourself and get, I think, a sense of what I'm talking about. So if you look at any horizontal surface, a countertop in your kitchen or in your bathroom, a table, or a desk or anything like that, it is going to look more inviting, and it's going to create more of a sense of space if it just has, 1 to 3 items on it versus, 5 or 10 items on it. And it's going to be helpful to you to do that. So if you just take the position of you're moving, start packing. Seriously. You'll be really ahead of the game, and you'll be presenting your house in a light that makes it more welcoming and inviting to buyers. It's going to convey a sense of space, it's going to convey a sense of order, and it's going to create an environment where they can more easily see the home itself rather than see you in the home. And once they can see the home itself, then they can sort of project themselves into that. If they see too much of you, it's a little harder to make that happen. So minimizing decor, packing up collections, and sort of clearing off surfaces, those matter a lot. And then the other thing that you can do related to condition that also matters a whole lot, of course, is cleanliness, both inside and out, making sure everything is tidy, but also making sure it's super, super clean. So not just from the perspective of, maybe what it might be as you're living on a day-to-day, or even what it might be when you're having company over. I really think it matters from the perspective of, would it pass muster in a hotel room? We're all comfortable with our own stuff, our own grunge, or whatever, but we don't want somebody else's. We certainly wouldn't want it in a hotel room, and we don't really want it in the house that we're buying either. So just think about it from that perspective, and just get a little ruthless with yourself and see what you can accomplish. That also applies to things like odors, either smoke odors or pet odors or cooking odors. All of those things trigger reactions for buyers, and it's better to have something neutral that doesn't actually trigger a reaction at all. Anyway, I hope that seems helpful. It really will make a difference. Again, the value, you want the buyers to see the value, and those are the things that will help convey that, and I think help you get the most you can for your house. If you need help, like finding contractors or a handyman or something like that to help with any of those things, please reach out. We're happy to help connect you with that. We're also happy to help come in and do a little walkthrough with you and make some suggestions and help you get positioned so that you can actually get the most for your house and make the best of the opportunity and all your time and your memories there. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in. Please give us a call if we can help in any way. And in the meantime, get outside and enjoy this beautiful Saturday. It's going to be a really nice one. Happy weekend, everybody.